in one of the more or less secret lives that we're doing. Would help if I actually, I don't know, set up the live when Gary and I talked about it so that we could post a link up on our community pages.
Yeah, you've only had 4 days to do it.
Life's been busy.
I guess.
Life's been busy. I have staff. He's on strike, so I have to do things myself.
Yes, clearly.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
The real reason why we're starting late is that Michelle wanted to go on. My wife wanted to go on a walk. It's like, okay, and then she wanted to take a longer route. It's like, okay, and while we're walking back, it suddenly occurred to me, oh no, I got 15 minutes to get home. I completely forgot we were doing this at 6.
I sent you a text at like 5:30.
You think I was looking at my phone when I'm walking? I'm dying over here. It's 80-something degrees outside and the sun, and Michelle's got me in a death march.
So that's about 27 or 28 centigrade for all of you metric users out there.
Yeah, 27-ish. And for our friends in...
Hey, we got the Chakra Diva on.
And for our friends in the southeastern portion of the United States, good luck. Good luck with the hurricane that's coming up. Hope everything works out fine for y'all.
Batten down the hatches, folks. Get through it.
Man, it looks like it might just be you because nobody else has commented about any sound issues over here. Clearly, it's the deep state trying to prevent us from sharing information that you desperately need to hear.
And I'm going to turn my microphone up because you like to swamp me with your microphone.
Excuse me. Let's see. Let me mute your microphone instead.
Oh, we got Interplanet Janet on. She's a Galaxy girl, you know.
I've heard that. What's your mic volume set to?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you go to the
gear. Does it differently? Let me look.
Go to the gear on SteamYard under that bottom menu there.
Volume's up nice and high. I'm at 148.
Okay, I'm at 104. Let me put mine to 148.
I like it this way.
Okay, I'm glad you like it that way.
We are taking questions, Janine. Just put them in all caps, like you're shouting at us.
Yes,
old and hard of hearing.
Microphone.
Hey, so I just want you to know, Dave. We've been getting some comments in the for our videos.
And, well, we do ask people to do those sorts of things.
Yeah, we do. Imagine that. And Marsha Trella 5011, who may or may not be on the stream right now, but she says it's really sketchy, Gary, when you shuffle off camera.
Oh, maybe shut a candle in the background so we can see if the flame increases or not.
I was just trying to explain that the noise. I tend to do. I'll do it off camera. Like on one of the videos, I was pausing the video, shuffling, and then starting the video up again. And it's because it makes a lot of noise, and it takes me a while to get these cards reasonably shuffled. So it's just sometimes it's a little more easier to do it that way. But yeah, I see your point.
You should just have that nervous habit where you try and do some type of overhand shuffle while things are going on, so they're good and mixed up.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
And then I just want to give a little shout out to Seeker of Light and Peace. She was mentioning in the comments today that she got COVID, so I hope you're feeling better. Get better soon. And then one other person, I shouldn't say this because Laura's in here, but LaDeja Jackson says she has a crush on me and my wonderful hair. So LaDeja, if you're watching, woo, thank you. We do have executive hair, don't we there?
Yes, I believe it's been described that way.
Distinguished. Old. And I saw that Amber, the Chakra Diva, is online. So welcome aboard, Amber. I watched your live on Monday. It was great.
I was about to say, I couldn't remember if you had said, yeah, you did say that because you were talking about it with Marina behind the stages.
Yeah, I put a link into the community page to that Monday live. So hopefully get some traffic. And Cindy Lee, thank you for turning me on to that. It was really great. No, that is not a real cat behind me. This is a picture of a cat. It's just it's not a window. We do have a white cat, but he wouldn't sit that still that long. Unless, of course, you're talking about the black cat, in which case I'd like to take the fifth if that's a real cat or not.
Yeah.
It took a long time to tack him up on the wall. Okay.
Okay, I've marked several questions here.
Right
So
on.
let's delete them all and start fresh.
Yeah, exactly. That'll learn him for submitting early.
You know what? I want Adam. I want Kim from Intuit's Views. I want Adam as our man in the garage who's flagging all the questions and coming in with facts, so we don't have to do Google searches in the middle of.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We have to have staff. Maybe we could train the cats to do it.
Anyway, so first question. Will Mike Johnson be removed as Speaker before the election or shortly thereafter?
Yes.
Funny, I just did a reading on that one.
Did you really?
I did. You should go to Terror by the Bay and check it out. I think it was only up like yesterday or the day before.
Oh my goodness.
We can throw on that one. So just setting the table for folks, you will remember that McCarthy compromised with the Democrats on getting budgets done, and that led to his ouster and several votes going through, and finally them putting in Mike Johnson. And MAGA was all happy because Mike Johnson was one of them. And then he went ahead and did exactly what McCarthy did to get continuing resolutions through, and finally the budget passed in March, the one that was supposed to be done in September. If that was the private sector, that guy would be looking for a new job months earlier. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene was threatening to, if he passed the budget, that she was going to get rid of him. And Trump came in and told her to cool her jets. So she did. They just passed a continuing resolution to keep the government funded till mid-December. So setting it up. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, this was part of the reading, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that she felt Mike Johnson had lost the conference, the Republicans in the House, and that the fighting was pretty much, the tension was there, but they're not showing it because they're trying to get through to the election and show a unified front. They're not doing very well with a unified front, but that's what they're trying to do. Once the election's over, if the Democrats take the House and the Senate and in the White House, and it's pretty obvious that they've done all this, and this budget comes up, all hell's going to break loose because the folks that lost the election, they're lame ducks. Marjorie Taylor Greene will most likely win re-election, but she's in such a red district, it doesn't matter what crazy stuff she does.
She could do whatever she wants, really.
So they can either try and shut the government down and cause mayhem that way, but that's going to really kill Republicans with the court of public opinion, or he could try and pass something through, in which case Marjorie Taylor Greene may try to oust him. That's the logical setup. That's how the lay of the land is. So I think basically Mike Johnson's in no man's land, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, she might try and oust him just because she said she was going to do it, and now there's no political consequences for doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to throw on that one?
Yeah, I'll throw on it.
Go for it.
Do a little 4 or 5 carder here. Okay, so will Mike Johnson be ousted as Speaker? I'm going to say this before the peaceful transfer of power.
Yeah.
For entertainment purposes. Oh dear.
I believe yes and yes.
Yeah. Foundation of the reading is the Tower. That's not a great card if you want to stick in power. Oh God. The main clarifier is the 8 of Swords. Yeah, you know what? You did this to yourself. There's no way out of this.
Hold hostage. There's your budget card.
Yeah, my 4 of Pentacles. This is my Trump. You didn't stick up for Trump. You didn't do what he wanted to shut down the government to support his presidential campaign. You probably gave him the Libby health event because of that. And, you were just delusional about how this was all going to work out. This may be just more, you also didn't support MAGA and their little delusional habits. So I'm
I would, I would point out that card, the underlying energy. It's a red hat and a little blonde girl.
Yes.
So the MAGA hat,
Yes.
blonde girl.
For those of you that want to see it again, there it is.
So in the heartbreak portrayal, it's just like, you're portraying Americans' trust again. You got one job.
Yeah.
You had one job to do, and you couldn't even do that without getting into fights.
Well, it's just so funny because both of these, this is my trump card, and this is the one that Libby always pulls on him. Mm-hmm. Even when she's shuffling the deck, she'll cut the cards and boom, there it is. So the current energy is he'll be ousted.
Yeah, and that's pretty much, I think, what I was getting to on that one. If no other reason, petty vindictiveness. She doesn't need a reason other than petty vindictiveness.
Yeah.
Told you I was going to do it. Let's do it. I'm going to throw a little four-carder. Will Hakeem Jeffries then be installed as speaker? I suspect, now, again, my gut feeling is yes, because at that point, all you're doing is you're like a month before not even that, you're probably talking a couple of weeks between Christmas and when the new Congress is sworn in.
You know what? Just my gut on that is it depends on how badly Trump lost. Because Trump's going to try, like last time, to get this into the House and have the House of Representatives elect him as president based on the number of representatives in each state. But if Mike Johnson gets ousted and Trump has lost by a lot, the conservative Republicans might just vote for Hakeem Jeffries just because they want to stick it to MAGA because they see the MAGA era is ending.
Yeah, come on down. So a little four-carder on this one is foundation of the reason would if Johnson's ousted, would Hakeem Jeffries be the speaker? You got the 10 of Wands, the heavy burden to lift. You've got the 6 of Coins, which is like the charity card. Generosity, again, coins with budgets. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the transition, and the 3 of Pentacles, deals made behind the scenes. Yeah. So it could go one of two ways. One could be that if Marjorie Taylor Greene tries to oust Mike Johnson, the Democrats might cut a deal with Mike Johnson, basically saying, if you just do caretaker stuff, we will support you so that you're not ousted, so that we can, either keep the government funded or something like that. We'll keep you in power so you don't have to go be ousted as speaker. That's one outcome. The other outcome is that he takes it over basically at the 11th hour, gets the budget through, and he was going to be part of the transition government anyways. And it's just keep the government dark for that period of time because they don't have a functioning majority. They would make the deals and kind of like do the mature thing. I think in the end of the day, Hakeem Jeffries will do the mature thing, whether that's support Mike Johnson or support the House with a deal in place that you're not doing anything. You're just gonna get the budget passed and you can send Congress out on recess or something like that, and we'll reconvene later on because I'm going to be the speaker anyway. Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't want to be the second House Speaker removed from the position in 2024. So I'm sure his pride and his ego don't want that to happen either. So he'll cut a deal.
Okay. Will the Dems win the Senate and the House?
Yes. Next question. Yes, I don't want to read on that. Yes, of course they will.
Welcome to the live chat, Mary.
Yes.
All right. Will the Dems? I mean, that's the vibe I've been getting.
Our last couple of readings have kind of, the energy was at the time, yeah. But boy, man, that Senate one is it's a nail biter, isn't it?
Yeah, to me, I just felt like for the presidential election, I'm not buying what the media is selling. For whatever reason, I just feel like it's not going to be that close. I mean, and part of it might be my logical mind because it's like, how can anybody vote for this guy again? after everything he's done. But people are
Hey, can I show you something before we go down to read? I want you to look what's on my wrist.
Is that one of Donald Trump's $499 watches?
No, this is the watch you gave me when you got married.
Yes, I knew that. I was hoping you were segueing into something else.
The problem is I got to get a battery for it, so I just kind of set the time, and I figured I'd bring it up when it was almost that time. But yeah, apparently Trump is now hawking watches from $500 to $100,000, and the fine print says this has nothing to do with his political campaign. This is just to line his pockets. It's just let the grift continue. I got me some lawyers to pay. Come on, buy a watch. Hey, buddy, you want to buy a watch?
It's a funny thing because somebody was, I don't know if it was my touch, somebody I was watching was commenting about Melania was out there saying how difficult times are and how expensive things are and people can't afford things. And then the same day she's doing that, Donald Trump's out there hawking $1,000 watches, you know? Great. There's coordinated messaging.
You gotta love it, right? Yeah. Hopefully they'll throw in a free non-fungible token for anyone who buys a watch. They'll throw in an NFT for you.
Okay, will the Democrats win the Senate and the House? Will they win Congress?
Do you want us to read on both of them, or do you want to pick one?
I'll do the Senate. You can do the House.
Okay, all right. Let's see what we got.
Give me the easy one.
My cards are set up. Ooh. Will the Democrats win the Senate? Oh my.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, I know what my cards are, so you want to go to the next one?
I do too.
We can't show them these cards.
Ooh, no. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Yes, exactly. What's the next one?
Will Josh Hawley receive a target letter?
No, that's not Josh Hawley. That's his brother, Iosh Hawley. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to make this.
Come on now. We really do need to. Let's start with the House first. You're a wooden spoon survivor with the House.
Who's in the House? Okay. So my foundation is the Five of Swords. Well, I don't think they won, but they're going to try and steal it. You know, they got them underneath it as the Magician. They'll try and manifest some sort of controversy, or this could be we're not going to certify the elections. But the two other clarifiers are just awesome. You got the Death card, which is no. This nonsense of stealing the election and changing the rules and just basically flouting the rules and being corrupt, that's coming to an end. And the other is the Star, which is I always seem to get that with Tim Walz, but it's basically the Democratic Party they just came through in a big way, and it's time to celebrate. And it may be time for some people to go behind bars. That's what I'm getting. So
yeah, on that one, Five of Swords, another meaning is winner takes all. And I think that's I see a blue wave with that. Winner takes all. It's the end of the Republican rule. It's a bunch of Democrats being in. This whole thing's been manifested since Kamala Harris has taken over, bringing in the new Congress. And I think it's also going to tell you the energy of the Democrats is going to be such that they're going to stop. And this is Gary's biggest complaint. You can lift it up, Gary. Gary's biggest complaint with the Democrats is they can be a bunch of wet-noodled, namby-pamby, we're worried about hurting people's feelings. Guess what? I think those days of worrying about the Republicans' feelings are over. Screw those guys, those insurrectionist, seditious piles of garbage. You know
what? You shouldn't hold that stuff in because you're going to have an ulcer,
Well, it just you've seen how close the country is getting to, and they can't even pass a budget. They can't even do basic stuff. Don't take them seriously. They don't take their job seriously.
They're there for Twitter likes. They're not there to actually legislate. Okay, what do you got on the Senate?
For the Senate.
Oh, you did a full.
Yeah, I got the moon card. It's going to be secret for a while, And we're not going to get the information right away. So I think there's going to be some contested elections, and there's a lot of energy, the hillbilly brawl card underneath. So there's going to be a lot of fighting about the Senate results. It's probably going to be close. In the past, people are waiting for the results, waiting. I think
the battleground states.
Yeah, I think the Democrats do get in, but there's going to be shenanigans. There's going to be stealing, accusations of theft, fraudulent voters, the court cases, and it's going to be a while to sort things out, but they will get sorted out.
Do you get the hermit for the outcome?
Yeah, the outcome's the hermit card. We will see the way through. It's going to take a little bit longer, probably even longer than the presidency, because what will happen is like maybe the John Tester, Patrick Sheehy, is that his name? Tester and Sheehy, that may be a really close race, and they need to do recounts and things like that. Georgia, apparently they want to. No, I don't think the Georgia senators are running, so I don't know if that's an issue or not. But there's probably going to be some close races that require some hand counts or something along those lines. But I do think that Tim Sheehy, I do believe that John Tester or the Democrats will pull it out. They'll at least maintain what they have, maybe even gain a seat.
Yeah, we'll be doing another reading on this as we get further into October. I'm sure we've got at least one or two more readings on this one.
Yeah, and that's today's energy. We'll see what happens as Kamala Harris does more and more races that the Republicans were comfortably ahead are now being challenged. Ones that were challenging are leaning Democrat. So it's
the tide is turning.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do we got?
We got Ayash Holly. Unless you're going to a different one.
Yeah, we can do Ayash Holly.
Well, Ayash Holly.
Will Josh Hawley, I'll clearly cut the stem off of the J. Will he receive a target letter? Man, not fast enough. Bill Josh Hawley. Do you know why Josh Hawley would receive a target letter, Gary? Do you know what
he applied to be a bagger at Target?
No, not quite. Are you familiar with the iconic Power Fist picture of Josh Hawley? Yeah, right before the insurrection.
Oh, so the Black Panthers are suing him for taking away their Black Power movement from the 70s?
Okay, so here we go. Dave has been driving me crazy. We'll get back to our target letter. What is that white thing on the wall behind you to the right of the bookcase and left of the monitor?
Oh, the thing that looks like a peaceful alpine village.
This thing? Or this thing on the
I think it's the one up on the wall.
This one up here? That's not white. Okay, so this is a wooden altar. This is a little 3-drawer desk for office supplies. And this is a cat bed. Sans cat.
That's probably what we're looking at.
That's what I'm saying.
The cat bed.
Okay.
The other two are kind of apparent.
All right, so we can hide current comment. We'll go back to Josh Hawley.
Josh Hawley.
All right, for Carter, let's see. Josh Hawley, is he going to...
You never told me what he was... Oh, for the...
Yeah, the power thing. So the implication is that he's involved with the insurrection. I believe he also was going to challenge the votes in the Senate. So picture him being a taller, thinner Ted Cruz and younger, and probably is equally unliked.
Yeah, you see him run like a little coward when the mob actually showed up.
It's white paint. It's a patch. The walls were patched up. There's some white paint on. There's going to be some repainting going on over there. That's all.
You know what I'm going to do next time we have a live? I'm going to give Shelly a laser pointer and have her sort of run a little red dot across the wall.
Blind squirrel, is it like right by my left ear, by this ear right here? Like this thing right there? Is that it? Oh, Irish Walk Hoods in Vallejo. Very nice. Michelle owned a house up there. Hey, again, Kim from Intuit Views in Vallejo as well. Yeah, that's white paint on the wall. It's covering nail holes or something like that. Actually, I think it's from when my back screen fell over and put a divot in the wall, actually. Okay, so Josh Hawley.
Hi, Sunflower Down Under.
Will he get a target letter?
God.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is, and yeah, and with good reason. He's sitting on evidence. He's sitting on some strong evidence, especially against 45. Now they already got 45 going on for the insurrection, but he knows things, and he's got a choice to make. He can try and tough it out, or he can run to the nearest FBI agent's office with his lawyer and cut the best deal that he can do. And it looks like, with my thoughts with Josh Hawley, is that he will probably do the latter, especially if there was I was just watching this on a TikTok. Somebody was saying they expect that if Trump loses in a landslide, though it's real obvious he lost the presidency, like Florida turns for, North Carolina goes for the Democrats, Florida goes for the Democrats. So it's like, it doesn't matter if Georgia wants to hand count all their ballots. It's obviously Kamala Harris. That this guy was expecting Republicans to go on weekend TV trashing Trump, or going on TV the next day trashing Trump, because he has no political power left.
Is Hawley? No, Hawley's a congressman, right?
He's a senator.
He's a senator?
Yeah.
What state?
Indiana.
So I just pulled a one carder on him to see if he was going to get a target letter. I pulled the old 6 of cups there.
So it looks like they're handing somebody something.
Yeah, he was being a bit naive when they made their little deal. So.
JW, no, your phone will blast you awake at midnight because, although we don't have a video going up for tonight for Twin Tarot, this is on the Twin Tarot channel.
Well, actually, we do. Since I did the Haitian video, I pushed one of our videos to tonight.
Okay.
Let's see which one. Hey, so you guys will get a sneak peek of what we're putting out.
Missouri, thank you.
Ooh. Okay, never mind. I can't tell you. No, will Trump run in 2028 at tarot reading? And then for Saturday, I've got the 2024 election prediction. So.
Okay.
So you guys know first. Tonight's video.
Yeah, I think he will. I do think he'll get a target letter, and I think he will take the coward's way out and turn state's evidence. Okay. Now, only because Janine tried about 5 different times to spit this question out. Typos, carriage returns, all caps, everything. What is going to be, hypothetical, what would happen for the U.S. and the world if Trump actually were to win?
Okay.
I remember, again, I bring up Kim Intuitive View a lot. She's amazing. She had one where we thought for sure, the Democrats, of course the Democrats are going to win the House, She goes, well, let's ask, what would happen if the Republicans won? And she goes, it might actually work out better if the Republicans win because they wouldn't do anything for 2 years. It would just show to everybody how immature and irresponsible that they are, and ineffective as a party that they are. So you give them 2 years and then they don't sniff power for 10 type of thing.
Ooh.
What would be the outcome for the U.S. and the world if Trump were to win? Jeez. Did you throw on stuff?
I did.
Okay. Well, hey, don't just come on down. I'm just throwing the spread now. What would happen if Trump...
Oh, there's his power card. I was kind of wondering if that was going to show up.
Okay, so if Trump won, first thing that would happen is he would try and deport a bunch of people. And, he would do exactly what he said. He would try and lock up the borders, drill, and deport people. But then he would be immediately just challenged in the courts. And I think also this is like somebody sleeping and contemplative. I think people would not take it lying down. So he's going to try and wreck the economy. He's going to try and oust people, and people are not going to take it lying down. In the past, there's contingency plans almost like in a deep state sort of way that if Trump were to win, there's already plans in place to keep him in line. And there's already this dread amongst, this could be like the spy agencies, the top military brass, that those type of people that are concerned about the longevity of our democracy. Secrets. They're not telling you about this. There would be plans in place. There would be actions to undermine his authority, steal authority, stuff like that. In the end of the day, everything would be done to bring him down. This could even be J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance could be lying in wait. If Trump's elected, and I like that too. If Trump's elected, J.D. Vance is lying in place. The deal's already in there. He's going to 25th Amendment Trump, steal the White House, and it's going to bring things crashing to an end for Trump. But now you got J.D. Vance, and he's in bed with the Heritage Foundation. But I think if Trump were in there and he didn't get 25th amended it out, like he publicly executed J.D. Vance on day one, there would be plans in place to keep this guy under wraps, and then you go with it from there.
Okay, so your reading actually helped me with mine. Okay, so if Trump were to win, how would, let's see, I'm going to reread the question. What would be the outcome for the U.S. and the world? Okay, so if Trump were to win, he would come out with his strong messaging. I told you what I was going to do if I won. There would be a lot of people that he would start throwing at the court system at. It would create a lot of the illusion and confusion of what's going on in Trump's brain, as well as just his random nature, is going to be out there for the world to see. Underneath it all, though, the world leaders, they're going to start banding together because they realize that we can't rely on the United States. This is kind of like that whole NATO thing, the whole the global warming from France. Oh, thank you, Amy Sanders. That's very kind. Beer and cat treat fund. Yay!
I guess I know who that's going to.
Come to Papa. Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate that.
So, yeah, he could get in there, but I don't think Trump would be in power very long, and there would be, the rest of the world would isolate from him. It'd be like the U.S. would be isolated, and there would be a lot of domestic problems. You can almost feel like there would be mini insurrections, like government workers just slowing everything down, losing all his memos and his order to turn them all to contractors.
Yeah, exactly.
Get less workers. That would be fought in the courts, and things would be blocked, and just everything they could do to slow that guy down so that his stuff wouldn't get implemented would be my guess. Do you see Kamala being sworn in on January 20th, or will there be a delay? He's got his beer. For me, it's water. It's got some lime juice too.
I got my cup of water here, but this is far more interesting. Thank you.
Kamala be sworn in. Will Kamala be sworn in? Yes, but there might be. We've got the moon card. It may, there's going to be challenges to it. People are going to be fighting it. What I think is? I think the answer is yes. She'll be sworn on January 20th, but some people have doubts because there's going to be some challenges in the courts, and there's going to be the mandatory, the election was stolen. But I think the general consensus is she's the rightful president. There will be a peaceful transfer of power. People will accept her as the president of the United States. The election's over. She won the election. The childless cat lady is in power. There's going to be fighting and arguing and bickering in the courts over this. But I also think for a lot of Americans, there's going to be a buzz, something like we had with Obama. There's just going to be that excitement in the air. Things are going to be buzzing because Kamala Harris is now in there, and now we're going to get to see what she can really do. And there's going to be this youthful energy of watching somebody who is not married to corporate democracy. You know, she's not a corporate Dem. She's not a corporate Republican. She's, a prosecutor. She's somebody who rode school buses to school when she was a kid. Somebody who worked at McDonald's. I don't know the last president that worked at McDonald's was, if we've ever had one. She didn't She didn't grow up with a silver spoon in her mouth. So I think people are going to be very excited about her because she is the antithesis of an elite.
Thank you, Sherry. I got lots of beer coming my way and popcorn for October 1st for the debate. Hey, I did a one-carder. Look what I pulled.
Exactly.
We got the same outcome.
She's a young woman. By the way, yes, I think we had talked about it. When during the debate, she looked at Trump at one point and said, "This wants to do this." And somebody had pointed up a clip of her back from like 2019, 2020. And the question was, do you have a favorite swear word? And she goes, I do, but I can't say it. But it ends with other. It's 3 words.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going with it. I was just going to throw guy at the end of it.
Yeah, this mother. It's like, yeah, she resonates with people. She cusses like the rest of us, and she uses it in its proper context.
She worked at McDonald's.
Yeah. Give him his burger.
Yes, Acadian Proud. It is Oktoberfest. It's Sierra Nevada. So it's a local beer, but it is an Oktoberfest beer. So Prost.
I can go with that one.
What else you got for me?
Let's see.
Thank you, Rose Blue.
Will the redacted January 6th brief be available to the public before the election? Jack, I believe he turned it in today to Judge Tanya Chutkin. She gets it, and now she gets to review it, and she gets to decide if we see it or not, and if we do get to see it, how much of it we get to see. So the question is, will she share some of this with us prior to the election? There's a big whole lot of yes there. Well, if this was low energy, it would be fool's gold. It's like there's nothing to see here. But I think there's a whole lot to see here.
That's what Trump's attorneys are going to say.
Exactly. They wouldn't be fighting. They wouldn't be fighting it if they knew that there was a whole lot of nothing there. Yeah, we're going to see it beforehand because we need to see it beforehand. Judge Chutkin is very much the crusader when it comes to that. It's going to come out quickly, too. Almost as quick as this stealthy black cat.
Hey, it's Nico.
Hello, House Panther. For those wanting cats.
You don't need to throw any more cards, Dad. You've already nailed it.
Yeah, so in the end of the day, will we see it beforehand? Yes, we will. And there's going to be big information in it. It's going to show relationships and things along those lines. When I say relationships, it's going to show people who were involved, and some of it's going to be some big bombshell. We had 2 aces and a major arcana in there, so I would expect that you're going to see some big info coming from that.
He's removing Nico. Hopefully he's muted it too, otherwise you might hear the fight. Oh my goodness. So let's see. I just saw a super sticker on Ontario Watkins. Thank you for the super sticker. We got some people we need to thank, David.
No, do we now? Here we go.
We do.
Okay, let's see. Well, show them all now.
Amy Sanders, yay! Thank you. I'm enjoying my beer.
Yeah, I got that one. Sorry.
And Sherry, thank you, Sherry. Extra popcorn. That you fell from the stupid tree look. Yes, we need more awesome T-shirts. Yeah, I'm starting to, I haven't gotten any new ones, recently, except from my friend Kevin in Orlando. He gave me the Arch Nemesis T-shirt.
Oh,
he is my sinister and evil Arch Nemesis, and so we don't get to torment each other nearly as much as we did when we used to work together or live together. So,
were you the Dr. Doofenshmirtz? Were you the Perry the Platypus to his Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Yeah, he would definitely be Perry the Platypus. He'd be the one controlling me as I'm doing the records. There's a platypus controlling me.
Okay, so on election night, will we know by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time who won? Let's focus solely on the presidency at this point, because I think that's the one people, when they say they want to know the election results, that's the one. I don't think we're going to know the Senate immediately. I think the Senate's going to be a closer deal there. 4 cards. Will we know by 10 p.m.? Yeah. Yeah, we will. Yeah, people have voted for her. It's obvious. And yeah, it's the continuation here. Look at all these major arcana. Absolutely, we will. Very fast results. The agreement's there. I think it's going to be resounding. A resounding victory, people coming together. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I think what we're going to be seeing is it's going to be a landslide, because we'll know by 10 p.m. that she's got enough electoral votes, and then it's just going to keep coming like a snowball. Like, okay, we got the 300 we needed. We don't need any more. Oh, literally, it would be like some things are closer. They're saying, well, we can't call
Arizona.
Arizona yet. We can't call Georgia yet. Florida just gets called for Kamala Harris. Okay, we're done. It's like Florida's done. Then North Carolina falls in. Pennsylvania falls in. And Michigan, Wisconsin, and New Mexico and Nevada. And Trump's like, but Arizona. It's like, yeah, that's 2020, pal. Not now.
Yeah, so will we know by 10 p.m. Eastern? I mean, the foundation is the 10 of Pentacles.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
It's everything is, it's that whole the legacy and everything, it's kind of the happy family. Underneath it is the justice card, because people are feeling justice. And I've got the 8 of Wands. Everything's happening. There's a lot of information coming over the airways very quickly. The High Priestess, it's the women voters have come through. And then I had the same underneath card, Dave. The underlying energy is the Lovers card. The 2 of Cups, which is just basically, yeah, the agreements are made. Everyone's on board with this. Did you have the 2 of Cups or the Lovers? You got 2 of Cups, right?
I had both.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, there you go.
I think I had both. I put them away at this point.
I know you don't wait for me.
What could you possibly have by already brilliant reading?
So, Jennifer, currently it looks like we will know by 10 p.m. Eastern who won. I'm sure there will be lots of shenanigans and goings on in addition to try and throw fog and cloud and shade all over that. But at least for the executive branch. And Ontario Watkins, thank you. Super sticker dance.
You're stealing the Car Edge guy.
Yeah, exactly. Ray does that whenever they have a super sticker. Ray does his little dance. I thought that's what super stickers did. It seems like a good idea.
Yes, they do.
Hi, Candace. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Gary. What do you see for the October surprise?
Oh God, it may come out of the VP debate, really.
Gary's a big Cash Peters fan. He's waiting for the collapsing podium moment.
Yeah, it wasn't just that. It's just that, Trump came up with such ludicrous statements in the presidential debate. And, it's Vance is even more, he's more likely to throw something, be that page of swords out there, swinging his little cardboard sword and sending these crazy messages out there. I have a hunch that on the VP debate, he's going to come up with something really, really dumb.
To me, they're going to nail. Certainly, one of the questions they've got to ask is, you just said you made this up, and that's causing bomb threats and stuff like this in Springfield. How do you justify this?
Well, these are your people. What? These are the people that you're representing.
Exactly.
As a senator.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe he admits it.
Or he already has, but he would be during a debate admitting it type thing. Yeah. Cash has seen it, and even I think Dave Johnson did a channeling today, and he saw a moment where J.D. Vance doesn't have a great debate. Basically, he said he's got energy like Kavanaugh. He gets really angry and storms off, and you can't storm off during a debate. So expect that J.D. Vance will let his emotions get the better of him. I don't know if he's going to cry over spilt beer and calendars like Kavanaugh, but no, Sharon, Trump will never concede anything. That's not in his nature. Just count the votes. It doesn't matter if he concedes or not. Okay, so October surprise. I'm just going to throw a general reading. Tell me, describe what an October surprise might look like coming out. I'm going to assume against the Republicans, but it could be against the Democrats too. 9 of Wands. It's almost like people are more concerned about the October surprise than the actual October surprise, but it might be a 1-2 punch. There's going to be an October surprise and then another one coming right after it. It's like it's planned and mum's the word as to what's going on with it, but it's ready to go. It looks like it's going to be the Harris's team that comes up with the October surprise. In the past 5 of Swords, this is maybe your new Democratic Party where they're not playing nice anymore. It's like, you know what? The Republicans are ready to throw this country into turmoil, and we're not going to allow that. Or it could be about Republican plans. But there's some winner takes all thing. It's going to be about relationships with Trump. It's going to cause a mayhem. There's something, it's very important. It's going to cause a lot of energy. People are not going to like what they hear. It could be like, like an audio recording of Trump talking with Putin. Wouldn't it be fun? We'll never hear it. When they Trump took their translators' notes, that type of thing. But whatever it is, it's going to be something that people like MAGA aren't going to want to hear. And it probably involves backroom deals, money deals, and it's going to cause people. It's almost like they're going to be talking about Trump behind his back. So whatever it is, and this may not be Kamala Harris. This could be about women and money, like sex trafficking. And Donald Trump buying 55-gallon barrels of Viagra or something like that. It's something horrific, something about relationships, and people are going to be really upset by it, and they're not going to want to hear more details. Like, again, sex trafficking would be, for me, something that would fit those details. That's what I see as the October surprise. It's almost like you don't need an October surprise. Trump is imploding so horrifically that
October surprise. Hi, Kakuna.
October surprise is he's still around.
Hi, sweetie.
Is that Coons?
That was Kakuna. She didn't want to come in the kitchen. She just wants her food. Kakuna has a lot of rules. You have to understand the rules.
Kakuna or Raccoona? Did we do this one? I can't remember if we did. Did we do Christy Rose's Super Secret?
I did my dance while you were doing your reading. It was probably a little distracting for the folks that were trying to pay attention. Sorry. Thank you, Christy.
Let's see. Let me check to see if there's any. I've got a couple more flags. Just want to see. The October Spurs will be judge releasing the truth about Trump that Jackson presented. My opinion. That could very well be, because the timing would be right for that. The timing would absolutely be right for that, and it would involve me January 6th.
The white man overbite.
Exactly. Get your little Donald Trump fist going.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, we don't want to do that. They're going to want their money back. We do the sprinkler.
Well, keep going, man. You're getting more money than the guys at Thunder Down Under. Keep your shirt on.
Oh my gosh, is that another one? That was my best dance move, the sprinkler. That's how I wooed Laura on the dance floor. I did the sprinkler.
This is what we do at dinner table at Christmas time. You wonder why our sisters can't stand us.
Oh my gosh.
How about the ever-present health event?
Will this be for all to see in real time? God, we're probably, he's probably had a couple of them, and they just won't admit it. No,
never will. Never will.
Yeah.
I want him to go full Fred Sanford. Elizabeth!
It's the big one. Will this be for all to see in real time?
That's the beauty of the majority of our audience. They know about Sanford and Son. Red Fox, you want to?
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so foundation I've got is the King of Cups, strong emotions. Certainly, you know how Trump's emotions are, because you've always got to fight, defend. Fight. Hi, kitten. Oh God, yeah, strong emotions again. It's a whole new emotion. It's probably going to happen when he realizes that he has lost this election and there is no way to navigate out of this. And it's just going to be an upwelling of emotion. Will it be for everyone to see? In the past, he's the Democrats are celebrating their victory. He's looking at potential prison time. Jack Smith card, the King of Swords, like, okay, you've had your little fun being a presidential candidate and having immunity. Now it's time to face the music. The overarching energy is the Lover's card. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. The Lover's card. It's Major Arcana, the Lovers just, we've had this agreement. The voters have had their say. You've had your way. It's now time, it's time to pay. You've gotten away with a lot. You've been taking advantage of your partner, and this, this could be the Justice Department and the voters, or Kamala Harris. You've been hiding behind presidential immunity and running for president all this time. The lesson to be learned is the Hermit. Trying to find that path forward. It's been a slow path forward for justice, but now it's time. You got the light is shining. The path is the path is under light. We're going to move forward. Will the health event be witnessed? Queen of Swords. This is what you did. If he has one, damn, I'm coming up. If he has one, I think you're going to see it either in court or as a direct result of his court cases, which is really consistent. We get that every single time we look at when is this thing going to happen, and it's going to be triggered by the courts. It looks like. You want to take a look? You want to throw your own?
That's remind. It's just a four-carder. It's going to be stress. He's going to have problems with stress, and the stress is what's going to knock him out. And he's brought it on himself because he doesn't live a healthy diet. Something. I don't think it's going to happen where we all see it, but I do see where he's going to have to be under some nursing care. He'll be out of the picture for a while, and he needs R&R. When we read with Marina the other day, I think that's what I got for Trump. It's like this guy needs a vacation, which sounds ridiculous because he does whatever he wants anyways. But this guy, he literally needs to be on a desert island that has a small golf course on it and no internet. He just needs to, play golf and just relax. He's wound up tight. I wouldn't say a nervous breakdown, but his body is going to break down. Something will happen. I'm guessing it's going to be more of a blood pressure issue. Whether that leads to a stroke or a heart attack, it's not clear. I think he will have one. I don't think we're going to see it. It's going to be one of those behind-the-scene things.
Do you think that my cards might be suggesting that he's using a health event to get out of going to the courts?
No, I think it's just. I just think that it's. Screw that health event. Here's what's going to happen to him. Yeah, I didn't see anything when I look at your cards. I didn't see anything that was pointing to a health event or something along those lines.
Thank you, Christy Rose.
Yikes!
He'll blow a gasket.
Yeah. Yes, he'll be leaking brain fluid. He'll need to go to the shop and get his blinker fluid and his brain fluid refilled.
Blinker fluid replaced, yes.
Okay, let's see.
God, it's hard to find blinker fluid these days.
Oh, it's supply chain issues.
Does your new vehicle require blinker fluid, or is it like a lifetime?
God. No, it doesn't. No, it does not require blinker fluid. But if it did, I wouldn't take it to the dealership to do it.
That would cost you.
I have two kidneys, and I had to sell one of them to get the car. Okay. I
wonder if Click and Clock ever talked about blinker fluid.
Probably. We'll end with this one. How about this?
Pete Buttigieg.
Mayor Pete. Will he ever become El Presidente Buttigieg?
Yeah.
Linda
G would be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. She's funny. It refers to him as Pete Bootylicious.
I think some people give her a hard time about that, but it's just like she doesn't care.
Yeah. She's over in Chicago visiting Mel Dore. She posted up a picture on her community page with a shot out of her window, showing it's right on the lake. And I was in my personal account, not in the Twin Tarot account or the Tarot by the Bay account, but I was going to post up there. Yeah, management called. They said next time you take a pan and scan on your outside your balcony, could you put some clothes on? But I didn't because I have class.
And blinker fluid is not a real thing. It's kind of like a wood welder.
Yeah.
Or if you need if your radio isn't working and it could be the fallopian tubes went bad and you need a new set of fallopian tubes for the radio. They
don't use tubes anymore on radios. They're solid state.
It's one of those things that the auto shop teachers throw at you when you're a high school student to see how gullible you are. We had a friend of the family who was a shop teacher, and he sent a student to a female teacher. Now, this was in the 70s. He sent a student to the female teacher because to make his electronic project work, it needed fallopian tubes. So he said, go talk to this teacher and see if you could borrow hers. And her response was, tell Mr. B that I'm currently using them, so he can't have them. A muffler. Left-handed hammer. Yep. You guys see him.
Will Pete Buttigieg be the president of the United States? Ace of Swords. Sword, truth, and justice. Judgment. Page of Swords, the Emperor, and the Seven of Coins. I would say that's a free will choice on his part. Could he do it? Absolutely. Would he be good at it? Yes. And he thinks about it. But, he understands the problems with the job. And part of it is that he's young, and the president's a job for older people. What do I mean by that? Once you've been president of the United States, your political career is pretty much done.
Yeah,
you're not the president of the United States, and then you run to be the state in your state senate. You've hit the top of the mountain. You retire. It's kind of like AOC in that regard. They're so young. They've got so much. Katie Porter. There's so much stuff that they could be doing that helps everyday people. He thinks about it. He does think about it, and he would be good at it. But it might be one of those ones, I've got stuff I need to do now, and when I'm older, I will review it and decide if I have the passion to do it. So it's kind of funny. I think he's got the passion to do it now, but he doesn't want to lose his political career 4 to 8 years from now.
Yeah, I think it's also because you've got young children.
And he's got young kids. And
That's
you'll never see him for the next 4 to 8 years. All right, we've been going for an hour, my friend.
Well, I want to. Robin Fisher has a question. So thank you, Robin Fisher. I'll do a little $2.
Oh, do we have a
sticker?
Let me scan down here.
Tomorrow. Ooh.
Well, did he turn it in today or tomorrow? We actually answered that question a little earlier. Jack Smith will, if he hasn't already turned in his packet, he's going to turn it in shortly. Judge Chutkin will get it, and she's going to review it, and she will decide how much of it, if any, if it goes out to the public at all, and if it's redacted or how much. And when I threw on it, I got like the Ace of Pentacles. Like, oh, yeah, there's stuff in there. There's lots of stuff. And like the Ace of Swords that we need to see. So, yeah, I think we'll be seeing it, and we will see it before the election.
Well, yeah, she wants to know tomorrow, though.
Okay.
She's getting real specific. So
I think it'll be fast, but not that fast.
Yeah, so we got the Justice Card as the foundation. So, yeah, we're spirits on this one. Underneath it is the Emperor. It's that you got to be – you can't let your emotions get out in front of you.
Thank you. Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There is a whole bunch of stuff in this that Trump and the Republicans are up to. And, we're in this unique situation because of presidential immunity, and we kind of have to look at this differently than we have looked at this type of evidence before. And then underneath it, the Page of Pentacles. Things of value. And I don't think we're going to see it tomorrow. I think what that Page of Pentacles is, we don't want to be like a young person and rushing into it. I think that there's so much stuff in here. We want to be very deliberate about what comes out. Of course, the Page of Pentacles could be, hey, you know what? Just like a kid, I'm just going to run out and throw it out there, open the biggest present under the Christmas tree first, because that's what we want.
I suspect that, I think you've nailed it. The Page of Pentacles could be that they offer, the intention is to show people what's there, but they need to go through it. It's also possible that some stuff could be so obvious that it's not presidential immunity that she could release a small amount early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
I would like to think that she's going to release it as an entire package rather than drips and drabs. Yeah. You don't need to release it in drips and drabs.
Yeah,
Camp David, total access control, including internet and a one-hole golf course. Plus, he hates the place and can't complain about not being treated presidential. Thank you, Acadian Proud. Yes, this is a response to Donald Trump needing a vacation in a big way.
What's nice about a one-hole golf course, Dave, and if I could reuse my joke for a marina,
Sure.
he can work on his putts. Oh man!
Thank you, James.
Let me
You owe Jane a dance. You owe Jane a dance.
Hold on a second.
Come on, now you have to dance.
Liquid courage.
Oh God, this is dancing, not karaoke. Go. Nico is asleep. Oh yeah, you're churning butter.
doing the Cabbage Patch, a la Jerry Rice from the '80s.
Oh gosh.
Thank you, James.
Oh dear. Anything else here? Yes. If you haven't already, search out Twin Tarot with Gary and David. Give it a subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell.
If you like the live, give us a thumbs up.
Give it you'll get woken up at midnight Pacific time every night with
multiple
videos.
If you subscribe and hit the bell, yes, you'll get woken up at midnight Pacific. And just another shout out to Amber, the Chakra Diva. If there's a link in our community page, she channels, and she had her second live stream, I believe, was on Monday. Really a great video. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And then thank you all for joining. If you like I said, if you like this, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. And so now it's personal time, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Where you can ask questions about us. I saw one that came through. It's like, did we ever date the same girl?
No.
I technically no. I mean, Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny was the closest one. You took her to a prom. Did you ever go on a date with her, or just the prom?
We went to junior prom. We hung out, but we never actually. I wouldn't say we were dating or anything really official and committed. But that would probably be the closest one. Really, just a really nice lady, and it just it was high school. Good times.
Yeah, that was the only one. It was after high school that I went out with her. Yeah. Went on a couple of dates. Okay. All right. So, unlike all these other bargain basement tarot channels that when it's at the hour minutes, they cut you all off, we actually answer your personal questions.
Yeah. We're both right-handed.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if okay, there's that left-handed one. Patty Montgomery must know she's too late. No, you're just in time.
Never too late.
You're just in time for gossip time.
Yes, right. Crack a beer and join the fun.
Okay, let's see what else we got.
Okay, so a common question: who's older? I am. Gary is older by 6 minutes, or so they tell us, because we were a little young and busy at the time.
Yes. Now, mind you, being that our mom can't ever get our names right anyways.
Oh, God.
And you're talking identical twin babies. How do you tell the two apart? I did have a small birthmark on my back. So I don't know if it was there when the day we were born, but if it was, then that would be the easiest way to track us. Otherwise, I could be Gary. I could have been Gary for the first several hours, weeks, days, months of my life, and now I'm David. Oh, geez. You think?
I just got this McAfee thing just popped up right in the middle of the screen. It's like, oh, your antivirus software is expired.
Okay, do you ever get annoyed at each other, like piss each other off?
Not lately.
A whole lot more as kids. Oh my God.
Yeah, but even then, it was not so much. We got along pretty well.
Yeah, it's the minute we started going to different colleges, you don't have to spend 24/7 with this guy. Wherever you go, you can finally, basically, the minute we could be individuals as opposed to being treated by a unit, everything was fine. And that was also true for our oldest sister, who liked to be large and in charge. The minute she moved out of the house, then all of a sudden she became a reasonable human being.
Yeah, she started to miss us. Yeah, it's like Dave said. I think it was especially when you went to San Jose State. That and you were dormant down there. I didn't get to see you all the time, and it's like you can't miss someone if they never go away, right?
Yeah.
So it was always a great time when Dave came home from school, or or when you were living down in the South Bay, and I'd come home from work and your car would be out front. It's like Dave's home, yeah! Let the fun times begin, right?
Our mom used to say that the two of us would see each other on a Friday after school or something like that. We'd just go to our room and just talk and laugh for like an hour, just catching up on everything.
We just didn't have the audience, right?
Yeah,
David, do you deal cards left-handed? Yeah, you do it a little differently, don't you?
Do I deal left-handed? I hold the deck in my right hand. It might be reversed because this is a flip screen, and I take them off with my left.
Yeah, I do it the other way. I hold in my left, flip with my right.
Well, clearly Gary does it wrong. Yet again. Well, that's because I'm a lefty. I'm one of those leftist, Marxist, communist, fascist, woke people, while you're just a rhino.
We have never been to the Twins Festival in Ohio.
Oh, we talked about it. I don't, it's one of those things where you'd see an article in the paper and my mom would cut it out and have you guys seen this article? She does talk like that. And
you got that Edith Bunker screech. And
it's funny because when we do imitations of our sisters, our eldest sister is the same voice. But our next oldest, the middle sister, we don't do that voice at all. We just use a normal voice for her.
Yeah. Our middle sister gets the normal voice. Only the oldest sister.
But for my kids, as you know, kids make fun of their parents. It's their duty to mock and imitate their parents. And because I have a sense of humor, I would always ask my kids, and we're talking well after I moved out of the house and after high school, like my kids are in their mid-20s, early to mid-20s. So it's like, you guys, you're supposed to do imitation of parents, right? Yeah. And you have an imitation of mom and an imitation of me, don't you? Yeah. Can I hear mine? No. Come on. I want to hear it. I want to hear what I sound like. Because for our dad, we would always lower our voice, and it was always, stupid kids. I can't believe you're doing that. And our sisters do it too. We all knew who we were talking about. But my kids, I think Kate did finally share a little bit with me on that one. But it's like, come on, before I die, I want to hear what you guys say. Was it tones? Was the animation? Was it just the words? Was it shouting? What was it? I think it was mostly just shouting.
No, I do not surf. I swim. Dave and I both swam in high school. Dave swam in college. I swam masters for 20 years. Last year I joined a gym. They have an outdoor pool, and I'll swim on the weekends. And sometimes when I work from home, I'll swim at lunchtime. So today was one of those. I was out in the pool at noon doing my little 3,000-yard workout. So yeah, you get a little bit of sun. Those Italian jeans darken you up.
Yeah.
Did we hang out together at school or separate? No, we hung out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both on the swim team. So we hung out with the swim team guys, and then we've had the same group of friends since kindergarten, first grade. And so those were kind of the two groups we hung out with. What influence do cats have on the reading? Only when they lie down on the table.
Yeah. Then I have to figure out how to lay cards on the cat without him, reaching up with his paws and grabbing me. No, I want you to pet me.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like when we do the readings in our backyard here, Punky and Kitten, man, they're all over it. What are you guys up to? This is fascinating. Here, you could scratch me while you read those cards.
Thank you, Dan. Sorry, if you had said something sooner, I would have turned it down.
What happened?
He said my volume's much too high.
Oh.
I just matched whatever setting you had on yours.
Yeah. Well, and Ardell's online. She's a twin. Or her mom's a twin. Her name is like a mixture, as I recall, of the two sisters or something like that. Bring the kitty. all my kitties are out and about.
Here's a fun one.
So Acadian Proud, my cousins competed in the Pan American Grain Swimmers. Oh, wow. Underwater hockey. Holy Christ.
There was a German guy, East German guy I worked with named Gert, who did underwater hockey. This is back in the 90s.
Oh my God.
It's the first time I'd ever heard of underwater hockey.
There you go. Ardell Arlene. Yeah. It's yeah, I was never able to hold my breath that long. I think my oxygen saturation is not as good. I could hold my breath for like a minute, but I mean, if you're doing like underwater hockey or some of these guys,
that's movement.
yeah, exactly. That's being like perfectly still. These guys can hold their breath for 2 or 3 minutes. It's absolutely impressive. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, that's a no for me there, dog.
Yeah, we're good on top of the water, not underneath it. But we were nowhere near good enough for the Pan American Games. That's impressive.
Yeah. How many cats do you have?
I have 3. Well, there's 3 cats that call me dad. So, and we have a stray, Tony the tiger.
That comes to visit.
He comes to visit. I'm kind of keeping an eye out for him because it's almost time for him for if he wants to dinner, he comes by about now.
And I have 2 cats. They're both young. Love Dr. Lena too.
Oh my God, isn't she great? That's a woman that has absolutely 0 F's to spare for anybody, especially if you're a MAGA Republican. She has no F's to give you.
Well, she figured out a long time ago that you don't wrestle with pigs because you just get dirty. She's not quite
the only one that's going to enjoy it.
But she's so much up here and they are so down here that they can't be bothered.
You took lessons from her, right?
I did.
How many lessons did you take?
It was a 6 or 8 week course with her.
Oh wow! Okay.
And it was once a week. It was over Zoom or Skype, and it just we spent 2 sessions going over the major arcana and do flashcards to understand the major arcana, and then just start doing readings. And I would do my interpretations on things, and she would add her 2 cents to it, and we'd go with it from there. And she was the first intuitive card reader, the first tarot card reader I started watching on YouTube back like in 2017.
Oh wow!
Trying to, like everyone else here, praying to God that please somebody who knows something can tell me that Trump's going away really, really soon. And well, we're not. It didn't happen.
We got in the whole 4. We still got him. Good Lord.
Mm.
Yes, more news and less news, more gossip.
Okay, Gary, let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. I still have my 2 videos or 3 videos to record tonight, depending if I pull them.
There's the world's tiniest little violin for you.
Well, let's see. Is anybody else throwing money your way? Throwing money at you, make you dance?
Put on my dancing shoes. Hi, Sunflower Down Under.
Okay.
And Blind Squirrel. I'm recognizing so many names from the comment section.
Yeah.
Through here. And so I can't give you all a shout out, but believe me, I'm recognizing names. If you guys put a picture in your thumbnail or something very distinctive other than just a letter,
the J,
it really helps me remember who you are. Acadian Proud, I totally recognize that. So yeah, I mean, jazz it up a little for me. And then we've had Libby in the comments a couple times.
Libby's been here tonight. No, comments on the Twin Channel.
Yeah, on the Twin Channel. Yeah, she might not be on tonight.
I was gonna say, how did I miss her in the chats?
No, you wouldn't.
Hey, thank you again for joining us on this live chat. We really do appreciate it. We have a lot of fun doing this, and maybe next time I'll actually remember to post up a link so that you don't have to drop everything you're doing. Like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah, no kidding. I put up something on the community page, but there was no link or anything. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining in. These are a lot of fun. We have a great time doing this, and love your questions, love your comments. Keep them coming. I read every single one, even the nasty ones.
And Gary and I try to get one reading a night up for the Twin Channel, and those go up at midnight Pacific time. We do tend to record them in batches on Saturdays and Sundays. If you're not sure when it was recorded, look at the shirts that we're wearing, because
yeah, 7 days of the same wardrobe.
Exactly. And then on my channel, Tarot by the Bay, I try to put up 2 videos every evening, so I can keep up with contemporary news. And then Gary and I have to sort of like try and figure out what's going to go on during the week to keep up with that. So you get a flavor of things. And if you like international flavor, check out Tarot of the Seven Seas, which is my international channel. And I don't post up as much on that one because, well, there's just
You're busy.
There's so many hours in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you all for joining. It's been great having you, and we'll catch you soon.
Yep. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.